And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at SpyNet. This is a little card game from Z-Man Games and Richard Garfield. This is not the first spy game he's made, since he made Netrunner, of course, which is about spies, but this one here is about, I guess, modern-day spies. The spies are also in 4 different colors: red, green, blue, and yellow. I think it's 4 different branches, and they have different, they're doing spyish sort of things. This is a partnership game where you're going to have a partner and work together with them. If you're playing with 4 players, here's how it plays. Each player is going to have 4 branch tokens in front of them. They're different colors, and not only do they have different colors on them, but there are different symbols on these, so you can tell what branch they're part of. So there's also a deck of cards that you're going to have here with 3 cards in this, 3 piles. Each player is going to start the game with a single card. On a player's turn, they can either, and I should mention, by the way, this game is meant to be played with 4 players, and you're going to have a partner, a teammate that you have. And the game comes with rules for 2 to 3 players, where you don't have a teammate that you don't work with, and you can play that way. But in a 4-player game, you have a teammate. So on your turn, you can recruit or deploy. When you recruit, you'll take a look at this card here. So I'll take a look at that one. That's a red-blue mission. Nah, I don't want that one. So let me take a look at the next one. That's a red one. That's worth 3 points. Oh, that's interesting. Nah, I don't want that one either. Let me take this one. Ooh, that's a blue one. I am going to take that one. If I hadn't taken that blue one, then I would have to take the top card of the deck. Once I pick a card, every card, starting from here over that I didn't take, every pile is going to have a card on. So the next person, when they draw cards, is going to look at this and go, a red-blue mission and a yellow mission? Nah, I don't want that. This red mission and this yellow mission? I definitely want those. And then they would pad it like this, making this outside one pretty valuable. The next person might go, you know what? I'm taking these cards. So that's how this game is played, partially with the recruiting. For deploying, you can send out an agent when you deploy. So I can send out an agent to the correct one. So a 4 would go there. Maybe a yellow would go here. Some of the agents are special agents. This Limonada here. When you play here, look at another player's hand. You can exchange 1 card from your hand with 1 card from that player's hand. You can only play 1 agent to 1 color. There's also a wild agent who can go to any color. You can also give funding. So this is government funding. You can play this when you play an agent to make that agent more valuable. That person now is a 6. You can also play a mission, but you can only play a mission where you're dominating. So that means you need to have the highest number. So if I have a 6 here at red and no one else has higher than a 6, then I can play this red mission here, which is going to be worth 2 points at the end of the game. But I play these missions face down. Some missions can be played in 2 different areas, but there are fewer points. This blue one you could see is worth 3 points, but it's only worth points if you are also dominating that branch at the end of the game. So I want to put down this blue 2-star one, and I can't until I get some blue agents in my hand. So hopefully as time goes by, I'm going to find some agent or different funding to put here in blue, and you're fighting back and forth. So when you deploy, you can put down 1 agent, you can put down 1 funding card, you can put down 1 mission. You can also pass a card to your teammate. Now, when you pass a card, that's the only way to communicate to your teammate what you want them to do. You're not allowed to talk and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to play this. That's it. And that's it. You keep going. When the deck is gone, then the game ends. At that point, you'll flip up all the mission cards and reveal them, and whoever has the most points as a team, or if you're playing 2 or 3 players as a single player, is the winner of the game. Remember, some of these will only work if you're dominating the branch at the end. Other than that, who has the most stars? So that's SpyNet. It's I'm reviewing this as a partnership game. I think as a 2 to 3 player game, it's interesting and it's good. And a lot of what the things in those games can be, taken from my comments on the 4-player game. But the partnership games where this really shines. First of all, I really like the artwork for this game. I don't know why it's not your typical style of the artwork, but it has that neat black and white spy. It almost makes me think of like a comic book type thing about spies, and I like that. And it comes through in the cards. It's dark. The cards, I think the graphic design is really easy. Boom, you look at them, and you know what that card can do. Easy. And again, if you're colorblind, red, blue, green, and yellow, you can just look at the symbols on them. But the game is kind of a push your luck game. This concept of taking a pile of cards in the middle is not new. I played it in other games where you take it, I don't want that, so you put it back, and then you're adding to these piles that you're not taking. And you're setting up the next person to get more cards. But sometimes it's worth it to get a single card that helps you more than and give the next person 2 cards that aren't as useful. And you'll find in partnership games, I'll be like, unspoken, I'm working on yellow. You're working on red. Stay on red. But we got to fight one of these guys for blue or green. We can't let. We got to control all 4 colors if possible, or at least 3 of the 4 would be useful. And the other side's thinking that too. And so you're passing cards like, here's a red card. Play it, you fool, you fool. And hoping that they will do so. And so I really like that aspect of the game, the passing quietly and as you're taking cards and how much of cards you're going to let for the next person. Now, one thing I've noticed in this game is that you can get so caught up in drawing cards. Like, what? They're letting me take 3 cards? Done. And you're taking all these cards, but you can only play 1 card on each of your turns. And with the deck runs out. So if you think you're ahead in the game, you just start drawing piles of cards. You just say, I don't want any of these cards. And then boom, you place a card in every pile. That's 3 cards from the deck, and you can start making the game move more quickly. You want to slow the game down, you start deploying a little bit at a time. Now, when you deploy the agents, the special agents, they have these weird powers. Flip agents, turn them face down. Discard agents, do this, do that. And there's a lot of this take that aspect to the game, which normally I'm not a huge fan of, but here I think, first of all, not all the time. Secondly, if you get a mission down, that's okay. And thirdly, it's a little bit needed in this game because you need to topple the balance of power occasionally. There's if someone's really controlling blue, well, you can't just let them have it the whole game. There needs to be a way to fight back and take that from them. And the players can work together to do something. So the players have this unspoken, since you can't speak, kind of method to say, all right, we need to take this guy down. So altogether, the game is not very long. On the box here, it says 30 minutes. That's accurate. It might even be a little bit faster than that. It works really well for this type of game. I don't think this is like a game that you'll be talking about in 5 or 6 years. It's very straightforward in putting out spies, but the package together is a nice one. The spy artwork, the spy theme works, and it's a number game, and it includes both pushing your luck and trying to outsmart your opponents. Like I said, it works well with 2 to 3. I think it's a little ho-hum there, but with 4 players trying to work together to stop those 2 other evil people, I like that. SpyNet. Dice Tower Judgment, approved.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.